Alright guys, welcome back to the garage, and today we're going to continue working on the cooling system on the V8 MR2. And today what we're going to be working with is this sheet aluminum for our aluminum ductwork. Let's get to work. Okay, so where I last left you off underneath the hood here, we just roughly cut this section out. And what I've done previously was I folded back this rolled over edge where it's pinch welded, and I added these provisions with captive nuts on the opposite side of this thing. So this is where we're going to be bolting down our ductwork. And additionally, on this lower original radiator support, so I've removed the original nuts that used to get bolted from the bottom. So now I have additional captive nuts on the bottom, so I have 5 below. So we'll be able to make this shroud here across by bolting 5 on this far side down and 5 on the front side down. Alright, so to make this lower ductwork, as I always do, I whipped up a quick cardboard template, which we'll use to transfer over to aluminum in just a minute. So you can see how this is going to drop in here. I have provisions up the sides to block that off, and then we have to mark our holes 5 to the original rad support and 5 to our added rad support. Alright, well I skipped filming a bunch of steps, but you can see I laid out a design and hit it with the bead roller. So, I guess it's time to put it on the car and see how it fits. Okay, the lower panel is all buttoned up. Now it's time to move to the more difficult, that's the upper cowl. Alright, here's my main ductwork. As you can see, it matches that contour of that lower cross member where I folded over earlier, and it also folds up to meet the sides. Alright, here is a view from the top side. You can just see how it's going to push through. That radiator is going to be flush up against that. And I'll show you under the hood. Okay, here's the view underneath the hood, and you can see this is all wide open down here. So I'm going to have to make a skeleton structure, probably out of just some round steel, round stock to hold this up. And where it comes up here, there's folds on either side. We're going to, in there, make tabs to the steel so we can bolt it through up there also. Okay, here it is all cut out and ready to move over to the bending brick. Alright, I have the shape of this thing pretty much roughed out, and I just had to cut that relief there to get it through the upper coolant line. So let's do our first test fit, see how it messes up. Alright. Work on getting some mounting holes and we'll go from there. So moving right along, we have this upper cowl completely fitted in now. The only problem I'm having in this is following the same contour that it follows at the lower section. So this lower, or this mid section, needs to come up about an inch, which is where I said I was going to build the skeleton cage. However, the outside corners are extremely strong. So this is my original idea. However, I'm showing you the inverted version of it, which was going to line this piece of aluminum and bolt to the actual floor of the chassis, as additionally with the middle upright piece. However, I think this is too much for the actual structure that we need, so I'm going to wind up just making one prop rod that goes to the floor, and we're going to bring this up 1 inch. So we're going to make that prop rod now. Alright, here's that bracket put together. As you can see, I wound up making a little revision to make it just a little stronger. So now we're going to put this on the car. There's the skeleton cage bolted in. Just kept it a simple design. And that's holding it upright to where it almost meets the hood. So we're going to fill that with a gasket. So here is a basic piece of weather stripping or door seal. And what it does is you just fit your piece of metal straight in this groove right here. You can see how that'll hold that on there. And this is where the hood's going to come down and hopefully squish this some to make the seal that we need. Here is the weather stripping applied to the edge of the ductwork. Kind of caps it off pretty nice. Most importantly, it hides those bolts, those 3 bolts I had to put in there, those button heads. So now we gotta close the hood, see how it fits. Now here it is from the closed view. Just laying down on top of that seal just the way we wanted it. Alright, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with how that aluminum work turned out. I still have to finish the metal a little bit. I left some straight marks in it from all the tool work. So additionally, we've made a radiator fit with making the rad support. We made the radiator flow with cutting the vents through it and making the duct work. So the next thing we need to work on is plumbing, which I don't want to do. It's not fun, and flowing water, so we got to figure all that out. See all that next time. Thanks for watching. Guys, if you watch the throttle show where they put the V6 swap on the MR2, please show them how to properly vent the hood on an MR2. They couldn't figure it out. So that's how it's done. Thank you.